Welcome to Thursday, December 29th, 2022. Your Day Weather Podcast brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Check them out at cowboystatedaily.com. And brought to you by WYDOT. When there's ice and snow, take it slow. Call 511 for the latest road conditions. It's all about the Pacific, folks, and it's going to be for this rest of this week through this weekend and into next week. As a very intense area of moisture coming off the west coast in surges, in waves, will continue. It's been pretty amazing last 3 weeks. If you think about it, over the last 3 weeks, we've had a major blizzard across the central and northern high plains. We had a huge Arctic outbreak that broke a lot of records. And now we're looking at a lot of rain and snow hitting parts of the far west and what's going to be a lot of snow off and on in the high country and a lot of Pacific moisture coming on in. So we've had a lot of the elements thrown at us here over the last 3 weeks. So we're going to see moisture come in surges. We've got another wave coming in Friday, Saturday. The wave that brought rain and snow to parts of Colorado yesterday and last night is moving off, but another wave is going to come in for the weekend. Then we've got this larger storm coming in Sunday and Monday, bringing colder weather and impacting many areas of Wyoming, Colorado, Nebraska, and South Dakota with some snowfall. I wouldn't call this a massive storm, but it's going to be kind of a combination of Pacific moisture, a surge of Canadian air. It's going to be enough to be impactful. So if you've got travel plans from late Saturday through Sunday into Monday, you're going to need to keep an eye on this system. Travel concerns will certainly be abound with the colder air, especially coming in as we get into early next week. Conditions are going to be getting icy. Today's satellite photo, I just love showing these because it shows you so much. You can continue to see that flow of moisture coming across the Pacific north of Hawaii there, coming into California. That next wave of cloudiness that you see coming into the western coast is just another slug of moisture that will produce rain and snow in the far west and northwest. This little energy right here, this is the little upper level low that brought rain and snow to the Colorado Front Range and Plains last night and early this morning. This will go across Nebraska today, producing light to moderate snowfall across many of those areas there and a little bit of rain in the warmer areas. So the pipeline continues, and there's really nothing to interrupt it for a while. Up into the Gulf of Alaska here over the Aleutians, you can see spinning clouds and a lot of cold air clouds there over the North Pacific. So there's the wave coming out of Colorado into Nebraska today, with the westerly flow coming in off the west coast continuing. This cold air up here, this energy, that's what's going to be sliding into the Great Basin this weekend. This is by noon Saturday. By noon Saturday, we have this west to east flow. So this is going to keep temperatures somewhat moderate, not too cold, but cool, but bring in that Pacific moisture flow. And this is the end result. This is from tonight through 5 p.m. on Saturday. So you can see a lot of red and orange there and yellow across central and northern California, along Interstate 80 in California, across Nevada, along Interstate 80 into Utah. So there's going to be some travel concerns there. Then you can see the Colorado and Wyoming mountain ranges and all the mountain ranges of the Pacific Northwest getting off and on snow through Saturday with this next incoming surge of moisture. Then by 5 p.m. Sunday, we have a trough digging in around Las Vegas here. There's two parts of this storm. There's the colder part of the storm bringing Canadian air up there, and then there's this low here near Las Vegas that's going to trend eastward and will head towards southeastern Colorado. So basically, this system and this system are going to work into unison. Pacific moisture abounds with this system, colder air and a little bit of moisture with that system up to the north. And there you can see it by Monday, 5 p.m. We've got that low over southeastern Colorado and this upper level cold trough up over Yellowstone Park. So what'll happen is we're going to get some upslope from this guy down here from the south. Colder Canadian air feeds into the storm from the north and the west with this system. So it's basically two systems working together in unison. So it's not going to be a terribly organized weather system, but enough certainly to cause problems. Now, I'm going to animate the precipitation forecast that's going to take us through the weekend and then take us all the way into Monday and Tuesday. So you can see these waves hitting the west coast, the moisture coming into the Rockies, and then as we get into Saturday night, Sunday, then into Monday and Tuesday, you can see the moisture get out onto the plains and areas east of the Continental Divide when that system comes in. So the moisture flows just keep on coming. And you can see even at the end there, another wave is going to be hitting the West Coast by mid to late week. And that's got to come inland and cause some weather conditions around here as well. So you can see how it evolves over the course of the next 5 days. And then if you add up everything that I showed you, if you cumulatively add up what I'm showing you in that last animated graphic, you can see that there is going to be a swath right here with the secondary system Saturday night, Sunday into Monday. This is going to be an axis of where the heavier snow is going to fall. Now that black line, as we told you yesterday, could migrate a little more north. It could migrate a little further south. But that axis, that black line I showed you, is kind of the middle of where we expect the heavier snow to fall. And that's where I think the problems will be for traveling. So if you look, the central and southern areas of Wyoming, back into Salt Lake, the western slope of Colorado, but some light to moderate snows in eastern Colorado as well, but not as heavy. Then along Interstate 80 into Nebraska. I mean, Interstate 80 from Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, into Utah, Nevada, through California. Well, I-80 is going to have a lot of weather along that whole stretch from late Saturday through Monday and into early Tuesday. And there you can see where the snowfall is going to be. And this is the snowfall forecast from Friday night through about noontime on Tuesday. When you look at the cumulative 10-day precipitation forecast, you can see that moist. Look at this. Look at all of the red. Then look at the purple here in California over the Sierra Nevada. When you look at the snowfall total, again, take this with a grain of salt, but look at these snow totals over the next 10 days in the Sierra Nevada. That's how you start to really break down a drought. You don't break droughts gently, and that's certainly going to be the case in California and parts of the far western areas of the United States here over the next week and a half or so. We'll update you tomorrow. Have yourself a good Thursday.